Hey, you guys! Welcome back for another exciting episode with your friend Uncle Eddie, and we're gonna go over some dinosaur books. Alright, so last video we went over Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor, Triceratops, and today we're gonna talk about Stegosaurus. So you think you know about Stegosaurus? Oh, I do! How many brains did he have? Did he hate flowers or like flowers? Well, our friend Dr. Ben Garrod wrote this book and we're going to check it out. So let's see what we got. Ooh, dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. Lots of people cannot even know what a dinosaur is. But you guys know because you're super smart. All right. Let's see. These dinosaurs are vegetarian celebrities. Or, they can eat plants and flowers and things like Argentinosaurus, Ankylosaurus, and Triceratops. They definitely appear on that list. So does the best well-known plant muncher in prehistory, Stegosaurus. Most people can recognize Stegosaurus. It's one of the most famous and most easily identifiable species of dinosaur ever. When trying to identify its Stegosaurus, the solid four-legged body and small head are useful clues. But the big giveaways are the rows of plates along the back and the huge spikes at the end of the tail. They make Stegosaurus and its closest relatives hard to mistake. Stegosaurus may have not had a reputation for being the coolest dinosaur ever, but this heavily armored herbivore was in fact full of secrets and surprises. What's herbivore? Plant eater. Carnivore, meat eater. Herbivore, plant eater. The first Stegosaurus fossil were found in 1876 in Colorado by a man called Mr. Felch. The bones were scientifically described, and a year later, they were officially named by the famous paleontologist Othniel Marsh, along with this big team of fossil hunters. Man, I want to be a fossil hunter. Marsh identified hundreds of new species of fossil animals, including lots of dinosaurs, such as Triceratops, Apatosaurus, and Allosaurus. And of course, Stegosaurus. Imagine how you would feel if you and your mates discovered and named all these cool dino species. Well, guess what, guys? I got news for you. You can! I guarantee you there's dinosaurs out there that haven't even been discovered yet, and you and your friends could probably find them and name them. I would name mine Uncle Eddie Saurus. Or maybe Sandwichosaurus, because I like sandwiches. Okay, let's get back to the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus lived in the late Jurassic period. Now, there's three periods. Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. So this one lived in the middle one, Jurassic. And he was mostly found around the West North America. So like by California and maybe Colorado, that side over there. It was a large 10-foot long, 3-ton plant-eating dinosaur, but could reach a maximum size of 30 feet. So that's pretty much like the size of a pickup truck, guys. Even bigger. For many types of dinosaurs, we often have the puzzle of working out exactly how many species there were. For example, there were probably only one species of Tyrannosaurus Rex, and scientists are sure that there were two species of Diplodocus. But Stegosaurus has caused a lot of debate over the years with scientists. A lot of them think that there's a ton of different species. So let's check it out. Stegosaurus relatives. There's this one called the Stegosaurus unguilatus, or roof lizard with hooves. Ah, that's crazy. There's this one, the Werosaurus, lizard with a wero. Werosaurus was a genus of Stegosaurid from the early Cretaceous and was found in Mongolia or China. Wonder if it got sick a lot. Gigantospinosaurus. Gigantospinosaurus. That's what it's called. Gigantospinosaurus. This weird-looking stegosaurid lived in the late Jurassic and was found across the Sichuan area of China. It was medium-sized Stegosaurus dinosaur. These two guys were found in China. That's amazing. Just over 13 feet long and weighed more than half a ton. Gigantospinosaurus had small triangular plates behind its head and along its neck, and it had a head larger than many of its relatives. Wow. See that one? Okay. The name Stegosaurus means roofed lizard. This name was given because scientists in the 19th century, when they first found them, thought that the plates lay flat along the back, like tiles on a roof. But we now know that this was not true. So even scientists sometimes get it wrong, guys. So it's okay to be wrong once in a while. Just keep doing it, keep at it, keep studying, and then you can come up with the right hypothesis or idea. We now know that this was not true and that they stood upright. So they stand upright, not flat, upright. Most people still use the word plates, though. At the start, scientists had no idea what this new mystery animal would have looked like and how it could have behaved. The only thing that they could think of was that it must have looked like and acted like a supersized turtle, because the idea of dinosaurs was still very new back then. Now we obviously know a lot more about dinosaurs and can tell a lot more about the life of cool characters such as Stegosaurus. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out with this book, why did Stegosaurus have plates and spines? Why, guys? I know why. What was their function? The spikes are fairly fearsome, and it seems like most likely the Stegosaurus used them as a weapon at the end of its tail. But research has shown that it could swing its tail from side to side and impact a bone-crunching swipe on any predator brave enough to attack it, even Tyrannosaurus Rex. There's even a vertebrae, or a bone from the back of Allosaurus, which has a hole in it that is thought to have been made by a Stegosaurus tail spike. But what about the plates, guys? What was their function? Researchers have come up with a number of ideas about the Stegosaurus might have used for them. The first is for defense, right? You would think that. The plates could have protected the animal from a predator's bite. Another idea is that they were used for thermoregulation. This means that they helped the animal control its body temperature. So when it got too hot, maybe it helped keep the animal cool. That's an idea. Because most of these guys were probably cold-blooded, this means that they couldn't control their body temperature like you and me, like mammals do, by sweating or panting to cool down. So you know how like it gets super hot and you sweat a lot? Yeah, Stegosaurus was quite big, so it would take a lot for it to cool down. So maybe those armored plates on its back helped the dinosaur cool down once they got too hot. This is so cool. I mean, like, being a scientist, a paleontologist, or an archaeologist is like the coolest thing. So I think, let's see, this guy says that the book says the types of Stegosaurus have different shaped plates and spikes. In China, it looks as though there were different types of Stegosaur living alongside each other in the same environments or same areas. Wow. Okay, so let's see. Whoa! The skeleton! There were between 17 and 22 plates that ran from the neck to the end of the tail. For the overall size of the body, the head was pretty small. The front legs were quite a bit shorter than the back legs. There were 4 large spikes on the tail, each measuring 24 to 36 inches long. Scientists discovered that the tendons in the tail were stretchy and loose, the muscles, guys, making it more flexible than many other dinosaurs. There were between 17 and 22 plates that ran from the neck of the tail to... Wow, man, look at that. That's crazy. That's just amazing. Whoa! Having a head close to the ground meant Stegosaurus was perfectly adapted for eating low-growing vegetation like grass or, I don't know, like your lawn outside. Each front foot had 5 toes, but only the inner 2 toes had a hoof that was blunt, like short. Stegosaurus may have had a beak like a parrot or a turtle made from keratin. Now, if you watch my other videos, you know what keratin is. Look at your thumb, your nail. That's keratin. If you compare the size of its brain to the total body size, it had one of the smallest brains of any dinosaur. Oh, you have a small brain, Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus stomach and gut was very large, meaning it could digest lots of tough plants, like a big cow. We know that Stegosaurus definitely had plates or scutes, but scientists have disagreed on their actual function. The hind feet each had 3 short toes only. Wow. All right, guys. That is it for this book. This is amazing. I mean, no one really knows what type of sounds they made, but I can guess they sounded like this. Uncle Eddie's the best. Roar. Okay. Dinosaurs. All right, guys. That's pretty much it for... Oh, my goodness. How did we miss this? Okay, check it out. The fight between... One day, the Stegosaurus was just hanging out, eating grass, and then all of a sudden, out of the darkness, he was alert. Tyrannosaurus Rex came out of nowhere, so the Stegosaurus prepped its armor plates. This Tyrannosaurus Rex tried to bite the back, but he couldn't because of the armor plates. With the tail swipe and the spikes, smash! The Tyrannosaurus Rex fell to the ground. Stegosaurus perked up its spiky tail and said, "See ya! Wouldn't wanna be ya!" The winner, the champion, Stegosaurus. Alright, guys, that's it for me. Thank you for joining me with this awesome book about Stegosaurus. We'll see you next time. Check you later.